Yeah, it's pretty cool that you get a goalie, D, and a forward like that are all playing for your team now. So it's obviously great drafting by them, and yeah, it's cool to be a part
can't
of.
say it, but it's an impact, the franchise changing
Yeah,
year.
for sure. Yeah, for sure. And I mean, I didn't know it now or
Yeah.
back then. I'm saying, but just how lucky I am to be a part of this organization. So obviously, I was excited back then, but looking back now, you know, I couldn't have asked for a better organization or opportunity to have came into.
And then looking back to the bubble, you, Tom, a bunch of these guys came in and just got a chance to observe for 2 months. How
Yeah.
important was that in the development of the young group?
Yeah, I think it just showed all of us, what it takes to win, and what guys have to give up to get to that
Yeah.
point in the season. So, watching those guys battle and do everything they could to get to that point in the year was really impressive, and to get to work with NHL guys and research for that long was huge for me, and made me feel like a lot more comfortable in this group and in this locker room and stuff. Just getting to know the guys like that way.
You've got kind of three cores in this room. You got the older guys like Jamie Benn and just like you got kind of your generation. Now you got some more young guys with Johnston. What is the dynamic? Is it cliquish in here, or where does the leadership come from when you got kind of three generations like that?
Yeah, I think that's what makes our locker room so good. I think I could hang out with any guy on the team at any point, and it's not. I mean, obviously the Finns they like to hang out because they speak their own language, but I mean, even those guys, when we do team stuff, they're right in the mix. They want to be a part of it all. Every guy, is friends with everyone, and I just think that's the leadership that we have with the older guys. I think, Chubb's obviously, but then having Pav and Suits and guys like that came in and showed the young guys what's important, and it's important to show up and contribute to team stuff. I think that's what makes us so close.
Pete said that Pavelski gets a lot of credit for that. He should get a lot of credit for that.
Yeah.
What did he do in his time here that kind of impacted this room so much?
Yeah, I think just he made everyone feel like they were the best player on the team. Just no one left behind. Whenever we get the chance to go out and do team stuff or team events, he was pulling everyone along with him. And I think as a young guy, having a guy like that, I think I learned a lot of just how it feels when you're treated the right way by an older guy, and how you make young guys feel like they're part of the team. So I think I learned a lot, and it's something I can use as myself for now that I'm a veteran, that I can bring young guys in like Joe did for me, and Johnny and all the guys we just, and not just him, Chubb, Suits, Luke Glendenning, guys like that. We had such good older guys throughout the years.
See, I was going to ask you, do you consider yourself a younger guy or an older guy?
I don't know. I feel like I'm really young, but then I'm I don't know, because Bish is 6 years younger than me, so it feels like I was young buck yesterday. So.
How do you think we feel?
Yeah, right. Yeah. So I don't know.
Guy.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I'm young at heart, no matter what.
When you mentioned that, I just wanted to follow up on that a little bit. Do you feel like, the window is now in an urgency, even though, as you said, you're a younger guy, but this is your fourth or fifth crack at it. Do you feel that urgency creeping in even in your own career?
Yeah, for sure. I think, Dutchie said, earlier in the playoffs, you play your whole career to be on a team like this. You don't get many opportunities like this, and even though, we're supposed to be good for a while, we got a lot of young guys, guys that aren't even in their prime yet. You don't want to waste an opportunity like this. You may never get back to this point in your career, and obviously we've made the conference final 3 years in a row, but that doesn't mean we'll ever make it again after this. So, it's the time is now for us.
What did you learn from the first 40 minutes as a team?
Yeah, I think just when you don't play your best game, they can make you look pretty bad. I mean, they're obviously two of the most highly skilled players ever, and if you don't play the right way, then they can expose you. And we don't really want to get into a run and gun with those guys. So and then in the third period, we showed played our way and took over the game.
For your penalty kill on a night where maybe you don't have it quite as much versus a night where you can tell they're feeling it, what's the difference? What do you see in front of you on nights where you've got it?
Yeah, I think just details. I think win and draws to start, and then I think just when guys are pressuring, and it's not just one guy pressuring, it's kind of the whole unit connected and pressuring as a unit. I think that's when you see a lot of turnovers, and stuff like that. But I think I haven't really seen many nights where we haven't had it. So we've been great on the kill, and we're going to need that obviously against these guys.
Is there any difference?
I was just going to say, has your morning skate routine changed at all? It seems like there's been more times when you've taken the option. I think that we've seen them up top saying we want to keep you fresh, and that was something that even whether you wanted to do it or not, they kind of made you do it. And then what do you do on a morning like today?
Yeah, sometimes I just wake up and I'm like, I just don't want to put my pads on right now, so then I'll take the morning off. But most times I plan on skating in the morning. But yeah, I think just learning over the years like what you need to feel good, and I think just I like to kind of get my brain and my eyes going in the morning, and maybe 5 years from now, maybe I'll never skate in the morning. Just try to save it. So just if your body's feeling good, then I like to get out there and get a little sweat.
When you say eyes, do you see the arena? Like when you're out there and you see different things, you visualize where pucks are coming from?
Yeah, visualization is a huge part of like what I do in my game and stuff. Just especially when you go on stretches, you're not getting shots and stuff. So just I've learned that throughout the years, trying to stay busy even when you're not getting a ton of work. Yeah.
A few of you guys got married last summer.
Yeah.
Is there any difference in a playoff grind like this, maybe after being married as opposed to before?
Maybe you have to ask the guys with kids. I think the marriage part is not. I wasn't planning any of the wedding anyway, so I didn't really put too much on my plate. But maybe in a couple years, if we have some little ones running around, I think that'd be a different story. Maybe Segs can tell you better. But yeah, just it's nice knowing that after this is all said and done, we don't have to, run around all summer.
Jake, Mike brought up the fact that the 2017 draft class was important for Dallas. It was also a fairly deep goaltending class.
Yeah.
And I'm just wondering what you think about your opposite number out there. Do you know him that well? And obviously, as you said, these two teams could be good for a while. You might be seeing them for a long time.
Yeah, hopefully, that's the plan. I don't know him like super well. Just I've messaged with him a little bit, but he's been great for them, and he's a great goalie. I like his game a lot. He does a lot of things really well, and obviously played against him when he was on Canada, and then USA Canada stuff. So yeah, hopefully it'd be fun if we could play against him for a while. Obviously they're not going away anytime soon, so it should be fun to battle against them.
What's this whole year been like? Obviously, going into the minors and getting this chance to come up, and then now playing in the Western Conference Finals as a 20-year-old. It's pretty impressive.
21.
21. Oh, sorry. You can drink.
No, has been fun. The whole training camp, starting in the minors and being in the playoffs now, it's exciting. Couldn't do it without the teammates for sure. Helped me on the way, Thomas, and no, it's fun to be here and playing in this big stage.
Left side, third row, Mark.
Leon, along those lines, how did this team kind of welcome you into the kind of the social structure of the team? Like you come in, you're a young guy, you're not Finnish. How do you how do they make you feel comfortable when you get here?
I think it was really easy. I knew the guy from training camp 2 years ago already, and now this year, and they're great guys. It was easy for me to, get in a team. I got here in December, like in the middle of the season, and it's not always easy for a team to get a new guy. So no, but I think the team overall did a really good job.
Left side, fourth row, Corey.
Leon, how important was it to, after you guys come back in the third, you still needed to shut them down, and you guys did that. How important is it to take that and bring it into the start of game two?
Really important. Today we don't want to shut it down right away. We want to play our game, our way. But I think it was huge for us to play with a lead, and we succeeded in the end, and that was really important for us.
Left side, front row, Robert.
Thomas, you're looking a little bored. How they approach you guys with a lot of speed. Obviously, Connor McDavid, that's always going to be the case. What did you learn in game one that you didn't already know from the regular season, and how are you going to approach game two?
I was happy with all the questions going to Bish. But yeah, they're a fast team. They got fast players. So we have to do a better job of staying above their speed. And our defenseman, myself, really only myself, has to do a better job of not getting burned wide. But they're good players. They're going to beat you. You just got to limit the opportunities they have.
Right side, third row, Sam.
Robert kind of stole my question, but that play with Connor when you had to turn the hips and go, is that kind of the strategy with Connor McDavid when he starts coming up? What's the goal there in the neutral zone?
Well, my gap was terrible. So anytime you can avoid turning and skating backward or forwards, that'd be great. I want to avoid doing that as much as possible, but he's pretty fast, so it's going to happen from time to time. But try and skate backwards, have a good gap, force him outside, normal stuff.
Left side, fourth row, Chris.
Thomas, all that said, the experience of playing with Connor, Four Nations, on the ice with him in practices, does it help give you a better feel for how to defend him?
No, it does not. He's the best player in the world. He's unbelievably fast. He's quick out of his turns, and he can handle the puck at that speed, which is pretty rare. So there's a reason he's the best player in the world. There's a reason he's won, however many Hart trophies. You don't know what he's going to do.
Stay in that same row.
Leon, what happened between you and Corey Perry at the end of game one?
Was it scrum? Nothing too serious. I mean, it's playoff time, so everyone is trying to, get a piece of each other. And today's a new game, new challenge, and I just have to play my game to help the team and not be in the penalty box. And it's going to be fun.
Back to Mike, left side, second row.
Hey, Thomas. Jim Nill was nominated again for the GM of the Year this year, third time in a row. How important was that bubble experience? Because I think he made a conscious decision to bring younger guys in. And what did that mean to you?
Being the bubble was definitely a huge learning experience for me. I assume the same for Robo and Otts. And I think he knew what he was doing then. He knows what he's doing now. There's a reason he's won, 2 in a row, and very likely his 3rd in a row. So he's a smart guy, and that kind of springboarded my career.